A native of High Point, our next inductee started her athletic career as an inline skater. Within 2 months of switching to ice, she was on the World Cup circuit. She competed in 3 Olympics, earning a bronze medal in team pursuit at the 2018 Winter Games. In addition, she won 88 World Cup speed skating medals, including 34 golds, and was a 4-time world champion in her specialty, the 1,000 meters, while also capturing a world title in the 1,500 meters in 2017. During her career, she was the holder of 4 world records. Our next inductee, Heather Bergsma.
Okay, Heather, wow, inline skating. Come on, teach us. Teach us.
Yeah, there's not many roller rinks around here anymore. Luckily, there is Skateland in Greensboro, so get your grandkids out there, all right?
How does one go from High Point to the Olympics?
Growing up in High Point, I was what they called a rink rat. I was at the skating rink every single day. At the time, Bob Byerly owned the roller rink, and he had a huge skating community and just an awesome person for speed skating. And he reached out to my grandparents and was like, "You got to get this kid in speed class." So that's kind of how that started. And when I went to speed class, I just really fell in love with it.
Speed class, like how fast are you really going on those skates?
Well, that was on inlines. When I switched over to ice, we go a little bit faster, and we go, I think the women go around 30 to 35 miles per hour on 1.1 millimeter blades.
That's fast.
Yeah.
When someone is so accomplished as yourself, and the numbers are mind-boggling, like all the Olympic gold medals, the world records, all the things that you've done, is there one thing that's more significant or is more meaningful to you than another?
There was one moment that really stood out to me in my career. After 2014, it was a very disappointing Olympics for me. But when I came home to High Point in the community that I had standing behind me, I had Nito Cobain with the hometown hero welcoming. I had so many encouraging messages of how I inspired people, So it just felt really good coming home, and it really lifted my spirits up to go for another 4 years.
We just heard Eddie talking about adversity. I want to ask you about the same thing, because when you have such a claim, people think it's easy, and no one knows how hard the journey is along the way, where there's ups and downs and there's stumbles, and then there's the chance to rebuild or retool. What's that like during those times when it's tough and on the other side what it can be like?
Yeah, it's really, I really had to step back and work on my mental health a little bit. It's really easy to look at other people and see what they're doing, and it was really hard sometimes.
It can be tough, for sure, but isn't that one of the best rewards? There's a lot of awards that you can win, but one of the great rewards is your ability to bounce back. Right. Tell us a little bit about some of those moments.
Yeah, it felt really good, to come back the last 4 years really strong. I had a really great teammate, Brittany Bowe. I also competed with her on inline, so we got really close, and we were both fierce competitors. We liked winning, but we hated losing, both of us. So she really helped bring me to the level that I was, and I brought the fire out of her. So it was really cool. One year, we switched world records within 2 weekends of each other, paired together, actually. So, yeah.
Isn't that great that you can have somebody that can make you become the best that you can by competing side by side every day, even though, there's times where you might beat your best buddy?
Right, yeah. I mean, she's a great person on and off the ice, so.
Well, now you're a family full of skaters. Your husband, obviously, congratulations to him on what he has achieved as well, and your kids. Now they're skaters.
Yeah.
Tell us about life in the Netherlands on skates.
Yeah, it's really great. My husband, if you don't know, he just won a gold and a bronze at the last Olympics in Milan. Yeah, so, the kids see that, and, it was funny, they start to go to practice and watch him now, and there was a coach there, like, do you skate more like your mom or your dad? And they're like, my mom doesn't skate. But it's been fun to, change and be in the support role for him and watching the kids really take to him, and what he's done in the sport as well is great.
Well, your mom's a pretty good skater too, guys, right? I mean, we should let them make sure they know that, right? You got to show them some YouTube videos or something.
Yeah, we have.
Okay.
He has seen those now.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right, so what about women's sports in skating? Where can you lead? Where can things change? How can you encourage some young woman to find a sport like skating that they can compete in?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's a skate land in Greensboro here, but it doesn't have to be speed skating. I would love for it to be speed skating, but for any girl to find any passion and to work hard for their dreams and go for that.
You've been rewarded for a lot of things that you've accomplished. What does this induction into the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame mean to you?
Yeah, it really means a lot to me, actually. My roots started here in North Carolina, so to bring spotlight on speed skating, it's really just an honor and a privilege, to also come into a Sports Hall of Fame with so many legends. It's really an honor.
There are so many people along your path that have been helpful, that had a vision for you or didn't, that encouraged and inspired you. Who would you like to thank tonight for all of this success that you've been able to achieve?
Yeah, first I would like to thank my parents. My mom unfortunately lost a battle to a chronic illness last year this time, but both my parents, they had 2 jobs to support. My dream was their dream, and they both had 2 jobs to support that until I was able to self-fund, so I really owe a lot to them. Of course, my husband, Yorit, he always gave me the confidence that I really needed, and happy 11 years tomorrow. And really just my family that is here tonight, my mom's 2 brothers and her sister and my cousin, they were with me for all the ups and downs, so I really appreciate them. Thank you.
Well, welcome into the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame, Heather
Thank
Bergsma.
you.
Congratulations.